are some exercises to help with mobility. We're going to start seated and work on the shoulders a little bit. You'll need a cushion, or two cushions actually, or a little Pilates soft ball, a TheraBand if you've got it, or any long length of fabric, and a stick or an umbrella will do, or yeah, anything like that. So start seated on a chair. Make sure it's a good height for you so that your knees are not too high or too low. Your knees should be in line with the hips. You can always put books under your feet or under your bottom if you want to change the height of it. Place one cushion behind your back so that you can sit back on the chair and feel that your spine is supported by the cushion and the back of the chair. Sit up nice and tall and start with some breathing. Let your arms hang down by your side, just slightly touching with your fingers the side of the chair. Take a breath in through the nose, expanding into the rib cage, and then breathe out through the mouth, drawing in with the deep tummy muscles. So pull the tummy muscles towards your spine, which is supported by the cushion. And again, breath in, expand the rib cage, no lifting of the shoulders. Breathe out, draw in with the tummy. Okay, now again, take a breath in. As you breathe out, draw in with the tummy, but also pull the sitting bones together slightly so you feel the buttocks engage a little bit, and try to lengthen and grow taller through the spine as you exhale. Release. And again, inhale, expand the rib cage. As you breathe out, draw in the tummy, squeeze the sitting bones together, pull the shoulders down and lengthen the spine. Make sure your head is in a good position. Imagine you're holding a ball under your chin. And relax. Again, breath in. As you breathe out, draw up from the pelvic floor, pull the sitting bones together, pull the shoulder blades down and elongate the spine. Grow taller as you're sitting there. And release. And last one, breath in. As you breathe out, draw up through the tummy, pull the shoulders down, lengthen the back of the neck, the whole of the spine, and release. Okay, now it's good to use, I forgot to say just now, a ball between your knees, or if you don't have a ball, you can use another cushion. And that will hold your knees in line with your hips and stop them falling out or going too far in. So we're holding that there now, and we're going to continue with that breathing. Nice and tall in the spine. So, but this time hold your elbows here. So we're going to take a breath in. As you breathe out, draw in the tummy, lengthen the spine, pull the shoulders down and just lift the elbows up very slightly, and inhale to lower them. And again, as you exhale, engage the tummy, pull the shoulder blades down and back as you lift the elbows and lower them back down. So just do this within your range of comfort. Don't go into any discomfort within your shoulders. Just very small lifting and lowering. Exhale to lift. Make sure the shoulders don't lift with you. They stay away from your ears. And lower. And again, keep the tummy pulled in. Keep the spine supported by the cushion. And sit nice and tall. Really helps to pull those two sitting bones together to give you that lengthening feeling through the spine. Now hold it there at chest height, and we're just going to do little circles. So just breathe through this, don't worry about the inhale and the exhale, just breathe as you're circling through. Just gently mobilising the ball and socket joints of the shoulders. Just 5 one way, and then we're going to reverse and go the other way. Keep strong in your spine, keep sitting up, tummy pulled in, and just circling through your shoulder joints. Remember, keep the circles to your own range of mobility. Don't go too wide too quickly, we're just warming them up here. And the other way again, just circling around, breathing gently but being aware of your posture. Make sure your chin is in the right place, not up to the ceiling, back of the neck long, spine long, tummy pulled in. And the other way, just circling around and around, Keep the spine long and gentle with the circling. Stop now again, just below chest height. Take a breath in, and as you breathe out, just take the arms one way, just to stretch through that shoulder and arm that's going across your chest. Inhale to come back to the center. Exhale and go the other way, just gently stretching through that shoulder and arm. Don't twist the body, keep it still. Just a gentle pull through the top of the arm and into the shoulder. Exhale again, go the other way. Gentle stretch, back to the center. And again, gently stretch it. And back to the center. One more each side, just a gentle stretch. And back. And last one, stretch. And back. Although you do as many repetitions as you like with these until you feel the shoulders a little bit warmed up. Now we're going to hold the stick. Again, sit up tall, just beyond, just a little bit wider than shoulder width apart. Sit up tall, feel that cushion behind you, feel that you're pulling in with the tummy towards your spine and sitting bones pulled together. Breathe in, and as you breathe out, slide the shoulder blades down your back and lift the stick only as high as you can without lifting the shoulders or arching your back. And then inhale to lower. And again, exhale, draw in the tummy, pull the shoulder blades down and lift up. And inhale to lower. Again, on the out breath, tummy, shoulders sliding down. Don't lift the shoulders up. The shoulder blades are sliding down your back. Only lift the arms high as you can without arching your back or lifting the shoulders. Keep the spine pressed against the cushion. And again, exhale, pull in the tummy as you lift up, up, up. Inhale to lower. And then again, draw the shoulder blades down as you lift up, up, up. And inhale to lower back down. That's good. One more. Now we're going to bend the elbows mid-torso and place the palms up. If this is too uncomfortable, you can do it with the palms facing in. Sit up nice and tall. Take a breath in, and as you breathe out, just lead with the thumb and open the arms to the side without letting the elbows move. And back again. Don't lock them in, but don't take them behind you. Only go as far. You may only get to there. You may go all the way. Just go as far as you can without moving the spine or sticking the rib cage out. And inhale to come back. Again, exhale to open. And inhale to come back. And one more, exhale to open. Inhale to come back. Now you can progress to holding a TheraBand with this one, just to get a little bit more resistance. So make a fist as though you're hitchhiking, open against the resistance. Feel the opening in the chest as you do that, but again, don't have it so tight that you use the arms. It's really just the shoulder joints that you're trying to externally rotate. Okay, and now the plow, which you should know already. We'll just do a few of these to loosen up even more. So breath in to lift the shoulders up to the ears. Breathe out to lower and lengthen the spine. Really use the posture you've just learnt. Breath in, turn the arms. Then as you breathe out, keep the ribcage in, down, shoulders down, and float the arms behind you. Breathe in back to the center, palms in. Breathe in to lift the shoulders up to the ears. Breathe out to lower and lengthen through the body, pull in the tummy. Breathe in to turn the palms to the back. Breathe out to float the arms behind you, keeping the shoulders down, don't roll them forward, and tummy in. Back to the beginning, palms in. Breathe in to lift the shoulders up. Breathe out to lower and lengthen through the spine. Breathe in to turn the palms to the back. Breathe out to float them behind you, keeping the rib cage down. And Last one, breathe in to lift, breathe out to lower and lengthen, breathe in to turn, breathe out to float, keeping the tummy pulled in and rib cage down. Okay, now hold on to your band again or piece of material, place it behind the chair and just hold quite loosely. Think of that posture again. Have your palms facing forward. Now as you exhale, pull in the tummy, think of that nice long posture, push your spine against the cushion and just open the arms against the band to open the chest, for that stretch across the chest and release. Again, breath in as you breathe out, pull in the tummy, lengthen the spine and open. And as there's a lovely stretch across your chest, your pecs and your arms. So breath in as you breathe out, pull in the tummy, don't let the back arch, just open the arms, pulling against slight resistance. And one more, inhale, as you exhale, just open, hold, and release. Okay, so now we're going to work on the legs a little bit. First of all, we're just going to do a little adductor squeeze, so stay where you are, maybe come a little bit further forward on the chair if you're able to. Hold the arms down by the side, keep nice and tall in the spine, and as you exhale, we're just going to squeeze the knees together to feel the inner thighs working. Now you're still working your tummy, you're still pulling your sitting bones together and keeping long in the spine. As you push, hold, and release. Again, breath in as you breathe out, draw in the tummy, pelvic floor, and squeeze the cushion or the ball with your knees. And release. Again, on the out breath, draw in the tummy, sit up tall, and squeeze. Feel the inner thighs working as you hold that there. Release. And one more. Breath in as you breathe out, squeeze, hold, release. Okay, good. Now, if you get your band again, and this time wrap it around your thighs. So we just worked on the inner thigh, now we're going to work on the outer thigh. So you can tie this and just hold it there, so you've got a little bit of resistance. If you don't have a band, don't worry, just use your hands. Make sure your feet are hip width apart, knees are over the toes, and the same thing, but you're going to push out instead of pulling in with your legs. So take a breath in to prepare. As you breathe out, draw in the tummy, feel the pelvic floor engaging, and push out against the resistance. You won't go very far, it's literally just to work the abductor muscles at the side of your legs. And again, have as much resistance as you need. Breath in, as you breathe out, just push against that. Feel that pulling up with the pelvic floor as you do it, and release. Again, breath in as you breathe out. If you're pushing against your hands, make sure you don't tense up in the shoulders too much, and release. You can use anything if you haven't got a band, a tie or something will do. And release, and one more. Keep nice and tall, really pull the sitting bones together as you push away and hold, and then release. Now we're going to move the legs a little bit. So sit back again against your cushion, the arch of your back, nice and tall. And then you're just going to breathe through this. Don't worry about the in and out. Just keep breathing and keep the core engaging. Just lift one leg up and straighten it. Point the foot, take the toes away from you, bring the toes back towards you, flex the foot, and then relax it as you lower it back down. Then the other side, straighten the leg, point the foot, flex the foot, and lower it back down. Keep nice and tall, keep sitting up on your sitting bones so that your posture isn't lost, and lower back down. Now the leg, straighten the leg, point the foot, flex the foot, relax the foot as you lower it back down. Again, straighten the leg, point the foot, flex the foot, take it back down. Now I'm going to add another movement if you're ready, otherwise carry on doing what we were just doing. straighten the leg up. I'm not lifting it off the chair, by the way, it's keeping in contact here, don't lift it up. Try and keep tall as you do this, so you're going to straighten the leg, point the foot, flex the foot. Now turn just from the hip joint, then back to parallel and lower it back down. Other leg, keep tall, straighten the leg, point the foot, flex, turn just from the hip, only as far as you can go without bending the knee, back to parallel and back down. Again, straighten, point, flex, rotate from the hip, back to straight and down, keep tall, straighten, point the foot, flex, turn from the hip, back to parallel and take it back down. Now if you have got really tight ankles and that's not enough for you, remember just straighten the leg and then just do little ankle circles, one way and then the other. And make a good test of sitting up tall as you're doing this, yeah? Don't feel you can slump into it because it's a little bit easier. And then the other way, straighten the leg. Remember it's being supported by the chair, you're not lifting the legs off the chair at any point during these exercises. And down. Now we're going to sit to stand. So if you come forward on your chair, have your feet tucked a little bit further underneath you. You're going to really use your core that you've been working on now to help you. If you can't manage to sit up without anything, then use a stick or any other thing you have at the back of another chair to help you. You're going to tip forward and put your weight back onto your feet, pull in your tummy and then lift up to standing. Take your feet back against the back of the chair and then sit back down. So again, you're going to take your knees forward of your feet, lean forward, push into your feet, push into your quads, your thighs, and try to lift up. Move back and sit down again. Hold on to the chair as you sit down. Now if you don't have a stick, you don't have to use it, but just be careful you don't push into the chair too much. So toes, feet tucked underneath you, lean forward. You can push onto your quads if you want your thighs to just help you to lift up. And then sit back down again. And one more time, feet tucked underneath you, hands on your quads if you need to. Tip forward from your body, then push into your feet, push into your quads, your thighs, and lift up. Okay, remember the lower the chair, the harder it is. So if you're finding it too difficult, perhaps use a higher chair. And now if you turn the chair around this way and hold on to the back of it, we're just going to do some rises and bends. So first of all, again, pull in the tummy like we did seated. Feel your sitting bones drawing towards each other and just lift up onto your toe joints and lower back down, trying to keep nice and tall as you lower. And again, lift up and lengthen as you lower. Lift up, lengthen as you lower. Now bend the knees over the toes, try not to tip forward as you do that, keep the spine straight. Straighten the legs and pull in the tummy to lift up. And lengthen as you lower. Bend the knees over the toes, straighten them and lift up using your core. And lower. Again, bend, straighten and lift up. And lower. And just place one leg behind you and do a little calf stretch. And the other way, exhale as you stretch. Trying to keep as upright as you can. And to here. Okay, and go